Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 18 minutes. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that this is a situation where I don't know what's coming next. So I'm recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time, compared to having already recorded everything, and now I'm coming back and explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap. This is not some sort of, a voiceover or post commentary. I literally don't know what's coming next. So if you want just an unscripted look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I think I'm going to watch SAVA, maybe for a pre-market trade. But again, I say I think because that is definitely subject to change because I don't know what's coming next. Maybe another ticker symbol will pop up to catch my interest. But watching SAVA, see if it wants to come back down to $51. And if it does, then I would be interested. But if not, then probably not going to give me the setup that I'm looking for. But I will go ahead and pause for now. Watching $52 here, and this is going to be a trade where either going to start off the morning down around $250, or not, excuse me, not $250, $150, or I might start off the day with a nice amount. But either way, I'm going to just do 100 shares because it is pre-market, and pre-market can definitely go in your favor sometimes in big ways. However, it can also work against you. So watching 52, and if it works against you, well, you just don't want to allow it to work that far against you. But I'm willing to take the upside for the potential that it just cost me $150, which, I understand money doesn't grow on trees, but, within the big picture of things, $150 is an amount that I feel as though I could recover from. Okay, there's 52. Let's see if that bid gets a little weaker here. Oh, just like that. You have to scroll back and watch that again, but there's a big size bid right there, and I was waiting to see it kind of trickle down a little bit, but just like that, it was gone. Well, never mind, because I don't want to chase the price. 52 was what I wanted. But yeah, like I said, kind of hard to explain, but the best I can tell is if you scroll back on the video, you'll see there is a bunch of, the number 52 right there. And then in just an instant, it was gone and the bid was down like 20 cents. In hindsight, yeah, I should have just gotten in then, but that is hindsight. So as of now, never mind on that one, but seems to be plenty of other opportunities out there. So I'll go ahead and pause. All right, I'm going to watch ATVI out of the opening gates. And let's see if it wants to give me something I can work with. As of now, just dropping straight down, which I cannot work with that. But if it wants to bounce upwards, then that could start to present more of an interesting situation. But as of right now, not a whole lot it's given me, although Z is behaving much better. So I like this one. What is that? 73.50-ish could be an interesting level. So let's see what it wants to do here. ATVI. Again, watching 73 to 73.50 here. If you do hear typing, that's just me making alerts in my chat room community that I offer. All right, that makes it more interesting now, right down there around potentially 73 to 73.50 mark. All right, well, I will go ahead and pause for now, and if a setup takes place, I will get the video rolling. All right, I like 65.25 here on ATVI. maybe even 65.50. And I like to see, yeah, 65.50. Let's do that. Let me get my alert updated here. Edit, update. So watching 65.50 here. See if this thing wants to come down or not. Would like to see another. There we go. Perfect. I was going to say would like to see some sort of green. That is definitely a good amount of green. Now let's see 65.50 come into play here. I like that quite a. What's going on with? Oh, Z just left me behind. Yeah, I might have taken that. I'm looking at off screen. It's always easy to hindsight try to be like, oh yeah, I would have definitely taken that. And I think there is a looks like a potential pattern, but I'm not going to say, oh, for sure I missed something. But let's keep an eye on 65.50. Watching 65.50 very closely here. And once again, general area held strong. So once again, if this wants to give some sort of green and then come back down, would like that quite a bit. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. I'm going to move on from this one because look how tight these candles are. Look how small they are. You have to like squint to see them, which just tells you that the range is really, really tightened up. So I wanted to see a little bit more volatile candles than this. So I feel like even if I do get some sort of move in my favor, not sure it would necessarily be worth it. 73.50. I do like 73.50 here on Z. Let me get that alerted Z. 73.50. Flush point one. Well, and as I type that, there it goes. Boom. Well, okay. Never mind on that one. And yeah, ATVI still watching off screen, just still. So it's such a tight range. Wow, Z turned around quite quickly. Okay, I will pause. Well, I turned my eyes off ATVI, and all of a sudden, look at those candles get big once again. So maybe this one is going to be back in a play. 65 seems to certainly be that key level where if this thing's going to get any sort of further downwards movement, that would be a key break area. So I'll keep a close eye on 65, but still a ways away. All right, watching 65 here. Maybe it will come into play. Would like to see 65 just because I'm trying to hedge against me getting stuck into some sort of sideways chop, which, you know, of course doesn't guarantee anything if I wait for 65. But in my mind, maybe that helps out a little bit, help me avoid that, because that's what I definitely want to avoid. I don't want to sit here, get stuck in some sort of sideways movement, have to wait for the next 20 minutes to see what happens. But I will go ahead and pause for now. All right, I'm going to try to get short here at 344. Only 50 shares. Maybe I got left. I'm trying to play in between the spread here. Oh, what in the world? No. Whoa, oversight on my part. This thing, market's been open 17 minutes and this thing doesn't even have 1 million. It's barely over 500,000. Well, I guess in my defense, at least I was only trying to go with 50 shares, but still. Never mind. Not even close to being enough volume unless you feel like getting yourself into a chop fest. So I don't want to say I lucked out there because it was only 50 shares. Maybe I subconsciously knew that. But yeah, never mind on that one. Well, you know, the morning started off with such good. So let's kind of recap. I was very interested in SAVA. And you can see here, it just kind of chopped around sideways. It is starting to go a little bit, but not really. Then we had Z. Again, just chopping around sideways even now, just kind of going like that. And then we had ATVI, another one. And you can see just sideways movement here. And these are the ones that I thought for sure could help me make a cool video, which I've said before. I do these videos. I hit the record button because I think I'm going to make a cool video. Now, I hit the record button, and it's going on YouTube regardless. So for you long-time viewers, you've seen plenty of trades where I look stupid, where I lose money, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, it's going to go on YouTube, but I also have no problem admitting that the only reason why I hit the record button is because I think that I think there's enough setups. I think there's enough opportunity to allow me to make a good video. But as of now, as you've witnessed, yeah, these setups just have not really cooperated. Still time, so I'm not waving the white flag. I'm just saying it's funny how sometimes the market can really make you feel, good enough to the point of, yeah, wow, I think I have a great chance of making a great YouTube video, and then nothing. What's going on with Robinhood here? You can't even short this one anyways. Oh, wow, that's a big move, though. Okay, well, I will pause. 73, very, very interesting dynamic here on this one. In there at 73.06. Let's see if we can get the breakthrough. 73. Got the break. Now it's just a question of can we get continuation. First profit target area at 72.50. Again, I cannot take anything off until at least 72.50. Just to make the risk reward and everything actually make sense within a bigger picture of things. Because I realize, yes, right now I am in the green. But in order for everything to make sense, to work out within bigger picture, you got to let things play out. So for me, want to see 72.50. Which I think should be able to happen. I mean, it just broke down through a very, very key level. So it's a little worrisome that it's not getting more follow-through, but not worrisome enough that I'm just going to, bail from the trade. But again, breaking such a big level like it did, I thought that it would pick up a little bit more momentum than what it has. So I'm worried, yes, but not worried enough to bail out from the trade. Yeah, 72.70s seems to be the stubborn area. Okay. Yeah, 72.70. The number I'm watching is right there. Okay, there we go. That's finally gone. All right, now we're getting some motion here. Back to the 70s. Okay, getting towards 50. Come on, 50. I could be taking my profit. I mean, it's close enough. It's not like it's got to be 72.50 exactly, but I've waited this long. So let's see if we can actually get maybe even a little bit better than 72.50. As this does seem like it wants to begin to trend in the downwards direction. But I don't like how these candles have gotten oh so small again. All right, took 25 off at 72.50. Could still be a losing trade. Look to take another 25 off at 72.25. Ideally, if I can get better than that, that would be great. But yeah, I really don't like how small these candles got. But it is just slowly drifting in my favor. There's 72.25. Let's see if I can get a bit more, though. Come on, 72.20. Talk about a slow mover. I mean, I don't want to seem ungrateful. It's going in my favor. But I'm just used to usually getting a little bit more kind of explosions, but this is kind of just a slow and steady drip by drip bleed here. This will be a winning trade, though, at this point. If this goes up over 73, then I will, I'll stop out. So I guess it could be maybe a small loser if there's a bunch of slippage. So I suppose it could still be a losing trade, but if it is, it would be a very, very small one. Because if this does go up over, like I said, 73, I'm going to take my ball and go home. But I've waited this long, so I want more than 72.25 at this point. Oh, is this wanting to form a hammer candle? I don't know. Okay, nice. Got another 10 cents more than what I was aiming for at 72.15. Going to throw an order down there at 71.85 if we can get a break of 72 and then a quick move down. If I can capture another. So if this goes up over 72.50, there we go. That nice. Still have 125 shares left. So if this goes up over 72.50, then I will be out, and I'm just going to let the remaining shares work for me. So 72.51, going to put in a stop right there. So if this gets down below, actually it's close enough right now. No, you know what, Clay? Just don't get fancy. 72.51. Stop loss is in play. So I'm going to go ahead and pause because I'm going to go fill up my coffee. And if it goes up against me, well, then I'll be getting stopped out there. So this is a winning trade regardless. So nice spot to be in. Not, if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? So we'll see what it wants to do. But I realize, well, Clay, but your wins are disappearing. I know, but what happens if this thing keeps on going down? Then you're going to be saying, Clay, why don't you let it work more for you? So, I mean, you got to just let the thing work. But the point here being is it's a winning trade no matter what. And that is such a good feeling right now to have. The only question, the only stress in the world right now is how big of a winning trade is this going to be? So like I said, if it goes up over 72.50, I will be out, but I'm going to go grab some coffee quick. I'll be back. All right, I am back. And if this does drop below 71.50, I'm going to adjust my stop loss to 72.01. But I'm not changing anything until the price breaks down below 71.50 if that happens. So it's either going to break 71.50 and I adjust my stop, or it's going to bounce from here and it's going to stop me out and I will just move on with my day. But I'm not going to sit here and make you watch this because, as you've seen, this is quite the slow mover. So if either I'm going to get stopped out or if I need to adjust my stop loss because it continues to go in my favor, I'll get the video rolling in that situation. But I mean, look at, like I said, for those of you that watch my videos, this is not normally kind of what I catch. Slow. Good grief, I'm about to catch a nap, but I like these sorts of naps where I'm making money. But that's why I'm not going to let the video continue to run because who knows, maybe it's going to take 15 minutes to get down through there at this rate. So I will go ahead and pause for now, but I'll keep you updated. Okay, getting some action here. 71.50 coming into play. Let's see the breakdown through it. There's the breakdown through it. So now I'm making even more money because previously I would have been stopped out higher, but now the worst case I'm getting out, assuming there's no massive slippage, over $1 in my favor. So again, worst case scenario now, getting out the remaining of my shares over $1 in my favor. I will adjust the stop loss though if 71 breaks, which now we're picking up momentum here a little bit. This is better. So if 71 breaks to the downside, I will once again adjust my stop loss, and that'll just be more guaranteed profits in my pocket. But like I said, want to see 71 fail. And we'll see if that happens or not. I don't want to give it a ton of time because we're already up over 20 minutes on the video. Come on, 71. Hurry up. For the viewer's sake, just break so they can see me adjust the stop loss and continue on with the journey. Or better yet, why don't you just drop down to like $7? That would be even better. Nope, apparently Zillow doesn't like me talking to it. Maybe if I sweet talk, come on, please, baby. Please just fall. Oh, no. Does not like sweet talk. Okay, never mind on that one. All right, I'll go ahead and pause, but that's the plan for now. Okay, approaching 71. There's the break of it. So once again, now my stop is at 71.51. So now worst case, I'm making about $1.50 per share of my remaining shares. Absolute worst case, $1.50 per share. I like that. So if this drops down below 70.50, then I will adjust my stop loss down to 71.01. So 70.50 is going to be that next area that I'm watching. And I don't want to jinx it, but it's coming relatively quickly here if we can keep this momentum moving here. Come on, 70.50. Oh, wait, I forgot. It doesn't like to be talked to. Do as though you want. Probably doesn't like butt kissing either, does it? I'll just keep my mouth shut. I won't talk to it anymore. But all right, I will go ahead and pause, and now I'm watching 70.50. Okay, approaching 70.50. Oh, it was. All right, never mind. I'll pause. Okay, maybe 70.50 break here. Trying to knock on the door. $70.55. All right, never mind once again. At this point, I am going to adjust it up to 71.01 just because I think at this point, if it's going to bounce, it's going to probably bounce up and hit me at 71.51 anyway, so I might as well lock in that extra amount. So it feels like this thing is either getting ready to just keep on going, or if it's going to bounce, it's not going to be some sort of modest bounce. It'll probably be something that would, like I said, I think go up and take me out anyways. So I'm just going to, move that upwards once again. And, but who knows, maybe I didn't need to do that if this is about to break through 70.50, but it does seem to be trying to level out here quite a bit. But I would love to be wrong. I would love to have this thing continue to come on down. But regardless, an update on the plan. The stop loss has now been adjusted to 71.01. Would love to be wrong here, but it seems like it's getting ready to bounce. Would love to be wrong, but this 70.50 sure is behaving bad. But I could be wrong, and I acknowledge that I could be wrong. That's why I'm not going to just hop out right now, because I would kick myself if I was wrong and all of a sudden it moved in my favor. But I do feel very, very good about moving up my stop loss to 71.01 because, again, I hope I'm wrong, and I very well could be wrong, but this is feeling like this thing is just getting ready to want to bounce here at this point. But I would love to be wrong and have this thing move down to the $70 mark. But as of now, I think this thing might be getting ready to bounce, but we'll see what happens. I'll pause. Well, it broke through 70.50 for a split second, but then snapped right back up. So maybe it was a fake breakdown, and that was a warning sign. I don't know. If this goes down below 70.25, I will be adjusting my stop loss to 70.76. But 70.25 is my next target. But yeah, see the 70.50 area. Again, I want to be wrong. Please be wrong, but I'm almost tempted to adjust it up to 70, 76 right now. Just because if it gets up to that area, probably going to get up to 71. Yeah, at this point, it's either going to do, that's what I'm doing. Because it's either going to bounce here or it's going to collapse. Because this range is so tight that at this point, I'm going to lock in another little bit of gains there instead of wait for 71. 70, 76 is new stop. With the premise being this thing is either getting ready to continue on down and ideally relatively quick, or this thing is running out of steam. The Bears are losing control right now, and the Bulls are going to make a push to the upside. Because as you can see here, even with 70-50 being broke, there's just no follow-through at this point. So yeah, I need to do what I did there based on this level 2 action. Because I think this thing is out of steam. I think it's out of gas, especially when it actually did break and then got zero follow-through. But I would love to be wrong. But I will go ahead and pause. Okay, now it's starting to bounce here. So maybe the end of trade is near. But yeah. It's got to make up its mind in one way, and it doesn't seem like it wants to go down any further here. So I'm thinking I'm going to be getting stopped out. Well, Clay, if you think you're going to get stopped out, why don't you just take the gains right now? Because I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong and it just keeps on going down, then I would be furious at myself for doing that. And that's kind of an ego move on my part, right? To just get out because I think I know. I don't know for sure. I do think the likelihoods suggest that it is going to bounce from here. But hey, I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. So again, it's a valid question. Well, Clay, if you think it's going to bounce, why not just help out right now? Because that's what I think, but I don't know. But again, 70-50. You're getting the idea here. Really just caught up around this area. But we'll see if we can get... Okay, all right. Come on. Make me wrong. Make me wrong. Get down to 70-50. Or excuse me, get down to 70. So I can move my stop loss down to 70-50. All right, I will pause. All right, I'm going to adjust my stop loss up to 70.51. As we're getting another hammer candle, and I am out there for $385 on a very, very, very long trade. A slow trade, but a very stress-free trade. But it is what it is. Not too bad for one trade. Only took 200 shares on it. And relative to what was being risked, very, very happy. If you're wondering, my risk on that trade was right around $100. So, risking $100 to make $385, I can live with that risk reward the whole time. And if you think back way back when, at the beginning of the trade, I mentioned, I can't do anything. I can't take any profits until at least 72.50 in order for, the strategy and everything to work out within the bigger picture of things. And that was just because, like I said, from a risk reward standpoint, you got to let things play out. And by letting things play out, again, went from risking right around 100. And I say right around 100 just because there's always slippage. So could it be a little bit more than 100? Sure. Could it be a little less than 100? Sure. But just to keep the math easy, and there's the bounce that I was talking about. So played that one right, and it's now officially bouncing there. But overall, risking $100 to make 385. My only complaint was maybe next time don't take. I mean, when do they rise? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 minutes. I mean, that was one long trade. But I need to move on with my day. Usually I'm looking to be done after 30 minutes, and I've been here for 48 minutes now. So I am way above average from when I'm looking to normally be done. But, sometimes if you got to just let things work for you and let them work for you. And very, very happy from just broad risk-reward standpoint to know that I risked $100 and ultimately walked away with $385 on the trade. Wow, if you're still here right now, we are friends. We're going on 30 minutes. So yes, if you're still watching this right now, I consider you a friend. We've been hanging out for a long time now. And I know the amount maybe wasn't massive, but hopefully you can look kind of past that and look at the dynamics of this is why you got to just let trades work for you. Let trades work for you, because if you let them work for you, then, I mean, they can work for you quite a bit. And, from what you was, I'm probably not going to make that much if I only do this amount. Well, if you let it work for you, and if you catch yourself in a move such as this, then yeah, it can definitely turn around in your favor and make it definitely worth your time. So if you enjoy these live trade videos, then do a couple things for me real quick, because they're not the easiest videos to make. Given they are live, I have to talk to you, I have to think for myself, I have to make alerts in the chat room, I have to manage the trade. So there's a lot going on, but they're possible. So if you do enjoy them, if you would like for me to continue to make them, then hit that like button and leave a basic comment, even if it's just saying hi, even if it's just saying a ticker symbol that you traded today. But hitting the like button, leaving a basic comment goes a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. As long as I know that people continue to enjoy them, then I will continue to make them. So remember, let the trade work for you. Everybody take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.